Hello, cooking enthusiasts. This is going to be a pretty quick follow-up video to my black garlic update on last week. In that video, I went over how I personally make black garlic and a few other blackened ingredients. In this video, I'm going to go into a bit more detail about the flavor profile and a few examples of using black garlic. You can, of course, buy black garlic, so if you do that, this video is also potentially useful, but I will very briefly review how I made it. My setup consists of a second-hand rice cooker connected to a basic Inkbird temperature controller, and this will keep the system within about 2 degrees Celsius of a target temperature. I completely vacuum seal my ingredients and place them in the system filled with water. I set it to a target temperature of 72 Celsius, and black garlic takes about 4 weeks. As I mentioned in last week's video, the flavor is very complex. The closest thing I can describe it to is a good quality balsamico, but without any sourness. Again, depending on the exact type of garlic, there can be actual roasted garlic undertones to the flavor profile, but the primary taste you are getting is sweetness with some of that bitter and savory complexity layered over top. As an ingredient, I essentially think of it as a sweetener that you're primarily going to use for savory applications in terms of how you're going to use it to balance in a dish. Now, depending on how you buy it or if you make it, my recommendation is to separate the black garlic cloves from the paper or skin. Turn the cloves into a basic paste and actually use the skins separately. You can keep the skins separate in the freezer, and infusing them into a liquid adds a very different, smoky, bitter, savory, actual roasted garlic onion type flavor versus the more intense sweetness of the actual cloves. So definitely separate them, save them, use them for something else, maybe in combination with the primary black garlic. But now let's very quickly go over just a few ideas I've tested. I made some savory tomato oats and added some black garlic. I think there's a lot of potential for combining it with tomato in general. I used it as a sweetener for a concentrated ramen tare, which is nice because many of the ingredients were very salty, so a little bit of bitter sweetness was a good balance. And probably my favorite application was in a pesto, pumpkin seeds, parmesan, pecorino, black garlic, olive oil, salt, and pepper, with a little bit of raw garlic. Because it is so sweet, I think it plays really well with a little bit of fresh or briefly cooked garlic. And because there is a lot of flavor overlap, I think it also plays very well with balsamic vinegar. But again, this is just a few ideas. I'm just scratching the surface. Buy some, make some, think about recipes that use a little bit of honey or brown sugar in savory applications. Let me know if you have some ideas. Leave your black garlic suggestions or any questions in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for watching.